All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live here getting ready to start the second half at Barnett Stadium in Middletown, Ohio. If you're just tuning in, the Tanks lead 19-6 right now. They were up 19-0, had possession of the ball, and looked for a minute like they were going to run away with it. But all things changed when Job Swords got injured with a rib and sternum injury. That has knocked him out for the game. Looks like right now it's the Broncos, after Job Swords' injury, they recovered a fumble on the next play. 5 plays later, they threw it into the end zone and scored to make the score 19-6, and the Tanks hung on and survived the first half. Now we're getting ready to start the second half. Back joining us is Michael Vermillion. Good to have you back again, brother.
It's good to be back. I did make it downfield to check on Job. He kind of re-injured a nagging sternum thing. Hopefully it's just almost like a dislocation. The sternum joints can do that. There's not much else they can do for it.
Oh, wow. Michael Quay's on the kickoff. He's
got
some room. He's to the 40. This is what we need. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Gone. Touchdown, Tanks.
That was a much-needed boost.
Is that a flag on the 35-yard line? It is.
No, he just picked – that's a kicking tee.
Oh, okay. Sorry for the scare, folks.
That was a beautiful run. He's got some bursts of speed coming out. He was juking a little bit. Everybody stalled, and then all of a sudden he just broke it loose at the 50-yard line, and nobody could catch up from him.
That is the type of thing we really needed at this point.
That was huge.
That was – wow.
Again, the guys coming out. I'm thinking Coach Rice is going to go for 2.
Yeah, anything he can to get any point we can get, we need it right now.
Well, that would put it 27-6, so that would be that's a bigger hill. Yeah, that's a bigger hill to climb when you have to. Yeah, that's Martin returned one for a touchdown against the Carter County Wildcats, and yep, like you said, Vermillion, we are going for 2 right in that T formation again. Mm-hmm. So 3 backs are side by side behind the quarterback. Snook Martin hands it off to Luke Brown. He's still fighting, but it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, stuck right at the line. You know, every team Michael, every team, like since the stealth, when we run in that formation, they key on him like crazy.
Well, you'd be silly not to. Luke is playing a lot more on defense, but he's still a threat on the offense, and for that type of yardage, Luke's perfect for that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm very surprised they haven't, just because you've got like Tony Murphy back there, and, you've just got some guys that could,
you do need to switch it up a little bit. I'm
surprised they gamble on him.
I think sometimes you do a fake handoff up the middle and then see what happens then. And again, Jontez Jones, I think, is really good for that sometimes too, because he can really get behind his blockers and read well, and then he explodes out once everything kind of opens up for him. He disappears behind his blockers sometimes. He just hunkers down, and you don't see him. I think it's one of the reasons why he is successful at that. So we got Zach out for the kickoff here. Literally just 7 seconds into the second half, we got a score at 25-6. Zach's back for the kickoff. We got 3 Broncos in the backfield to receive the kick, and the kick is going to be away. Looks like it's a decent kick. It's going to be picked at the 20-yard line, and he's going to be – he almost got loose there.
Now they're going to have the ball on the 35.
Yeah. It's a little bit too much. I don't like that, again. When I went down to the sidelines and talked to the players, the defense has always been strong, but I said, tonight's the night that you're going to win this game. If you keep them from scoring, we're good.
Mm-hmm. Well said, yeah. And this is the time, we'll need to make at some point we will need to make a big defensive play, because Givens is capable. I mean, he's shown he's the 2-time Offensive Player of the Year for a reason. So
yeah.
All right, well, Broncos out on offense. They've got 3 wideouts to the left and shotgun back and a wideout to the right. Cunningham makes the call at the line. Tanks come up in a 4-man front.
Man in motion.
And Snap fakes a handoff and Spoon on the screen. And
he's losing yards here, though, guys. That's
thank goodness.
Oh.
jukes a couple defenders, and then he gets tackled behind the line.
Yeah, he kind of gave up the yards on that, and they'll mark it when he runs backwards on that. It's forward momentum is one thing, but when you decide to turn around and run backwards,
Yeah.
What do we got? Somebody just tossed a flag.
Oh boy.
Dead ball. I'm trying to decipher. Chris Hill acting like an idiot out there. Play smart,
wow.
Chris.
So now we have the refs mic'd up. Oh, that's true. If that is, he's gone. That could be his second unsportsmanlike show.
I think he got tagged for spearing more than it was unsportsman, but it might be.
Okay. Yeah, looks like
Chris
they
is
mic'd up
normally
the refs. So
he's a smarter player than that, but he was kind of taunting the sideline there a little bit, which the Butler County Broncos do have their heads down a little bit here.
Yeah.
And that's really they're 3 scores down. I mean, literally, that's 3 touchdowns to get back in this game. And Luke Brown made a good comment while I was on the sideline. He said, third quarters are normally the quarters that either make or break a game. And, if they come out and really do well, they could take this game over.
Yeah, having this cushion already is nice. Officials are discussing something here. If you're just tuning in, we led 19-6 at the half, despite Job Swords' injury. Started the second half of the ball. Michael, Mr. Hands Clay, took the ball, ran the kickoff back, and now the Broncos are taking over on offense. And after a 15-yard penalty, they have it 1st and 10 on their own 42-yard line. They're in shotgun. Back to the left, 3 wideouts to the right, wide out to the left. Cunningham makes the call at the line. Tanks show blitz. And Cunningham drops back under pressure, throws to the flat, nearly picked off.
Again, quit taunting the sidelines, guys. You make a good play, act like you've been there before. I get the excitement, but, and that could have been a pick 6.
That could have very well been, and Elry's had a couple of those this year. Elry, who's had 5 interceptions, has been a force in the secondary.
Well, did we? He was Defensive Player of the Week last week, right?
I believe so.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
he's had a few picks returned all the way. So, all right. So Broncos out in shotgun. Tanks ahead 25-6, and they're going 5 wide. Tanks show a 4-man front, rushing, and the ball is picked, deflected, and picked off.
Antonio Murphy.
Wow!
What a talented move there, and wow.
And we made a special teams play, and now we made a defensive play. Antonio Murphy, he threw the slant across the middle. Antonio Murphy hit the ball in the air and caught it. And wow.
Deflected it to himself, more or less. And that's a great play right there on their part.
All right, it's going to be big right here. Tanks have an opportunity. They are in Broncos territory, 1st and 10 on the 37-yard line with 13:40 to go in the third quarter, leading 25-6.
And here's something, again, I talked to the guys on the sideline. I said, play smart. Don't make any big mistake plays,
Well said.
Well,
even injured, that veteran presence right there is important. And all right, we're in shotgun. Snook Martin at quarterback, 2 wideouts to each side, back to the left. Broncos stuffing the line. A.J. Williams gets a handoff up the middle, but slides and falls down before he can get to the line. Broncos even though we're in shotgun, and even I know Snook's, not used to playing quarterback, but even in shotgun, even in this, we still have Michael Clay and some deep threats, so I'm surprised they're cramming the lineup like they are.
Well, if we get a decent play out, that's going to open up the defense a little bit. And, that's one thing. If they're going to start keying up the middle, there's going to be a chance for Jamie to make a call, Coach Rice, and open that up a little bit. I do like the shotgun formation here. Yeah.
Yeah, with Snook's athleticism back there, we can make some noise. All right. 2 wide, shotgun, 2 wide. Snook drops back. He's looking, throws the deep ball. Michael Clay with the catch at the 20, and he's carrying defenders with him and drags them to
15-yard line.
Wow. Michael, Mr. Hands Clay, has been a big playmaker tonight.
That was a bit of an ugly pass, but the results
Wow.
is all that matters. That thing was quacking as it flew out there, but it got to Michael Clay, and he made the reception, and we are now within the red zone here on the 15-yard line. Again, it's plays like this that really start demoralizing a team, and I think Butler County is
A player from Lexington, Kentucky with a big catch there. And now it's 1st and 10 on the 15. Tanks in shotgun, 2 wideouts to each side. Back to the right of Snook. Snook makes the call at the line. Ball snapped. Hands it off to A.J. Williams, and he is speared at the line.
He was met by a defender on that one.
Brandon Mitchell gets the big stick at the line. And, they're going to mark that forward a couple yards.
He did get out. Yeah,
second and
8.
At about 8.
Yeah.
So
2-yard gain. I mean, he took a blow on that. Some of our guys were delayed. They had car troubles coming up, and now they're getting into the game here. So we've got some fresh legs coming in, different looks. A lot of times that's hard for defense to adjust to. Number 27 is out there.
Micah Brown, Tanks again, shotgun, 2 wideouts to each side, back to the left of Snook, leading 25-6. Snook hands it off to Micah Brown, who spins, gets tackled after a gain of about 4 yards.
Going to get him up to about the 10-yard line.
Brandon Mitchell on the tackle, back to back.
So what you got going on here, though, if you've noticed, they've had to open that defense up now that they're going to, and again, like I said, Coach Rice will adjust that.
It's 3rd and 6. Come on, Butler County.
All right, well, Tanks coming out in huddle.
And I think, honestly, Zach Christensen could hit.
He could hit it.
He could hit it right
He's
here.
a good kicker.
Yeah, so he could hit it.
All right.
This is 3 points would really be a nice,
Tanks in shotgun. Snook drops back. He's looking.
It's called
refs
dead.
blow it dead.
Offsides on us. Yeah.
False start on the
yeah,
Tanks. Guys, you got to get your heads together.
See, and that's, again, a knucklehead move. We go from almost guaranteed field goal position to, replay a 3rd down. That's one good thing about it.
Yeah, and I believe Zach can hit that from where it's at right now still, but I don't think Coach Rice is looking for 3.
Yeah,
I think he's looking for
looking
that 6.
All
Still
right.
got one more play to figure out where we're going to have the ball at.
And Tanks in shotgun. Oh, then there was jumping. Don't know which side they're going to call it on. Referee's running to discuss it.
I think it's this on the defensive side because they weren't going to call the play dead, and then everybody just stopped. So
Yeah, it looked like they jumped first, but we'll see what they call. And
they're indicating that it's against the
Encroachment. It's going to be encroachment.
that's going to be encroachment. So
I believe that is it.
No, it's
should
back.
just be 5 yards. So it's about 3rd and 7. We got a break there. 10:30 to go in the 3rd. Tanks leading 25-6. 3rd and 7 on the 14-yard line of the Broncos. In shotgun, 2 wideouts each side. Back to the left of Snook Martin. He drops back. He's looking, throws it across the middle, and it's deflected and nearly picked off.
Very dangerous pass there. He threw that into traffic.
Play is going to bring up 4th down.
He did.
One of the players for the Broncos is a little bit upset there. He feels like he got held or something going on, and he just making a plea with the referee, but the referee's not going to go with it.
And the Tanks come out. They're going to go for this, looks like.
Yeah.
4th down, and they are coming out. They're going to go shotgun again. 2 wideouts each side. A.J. Williams in the backfield to the right of Snook Martin. And looks like the Broncos, they're still going to pack the line.
Yeah, they're saying it's going to be A.J.'s the man on this
Snook
one.
drops back, a quarterback draw, but they read
my.
it well, and he's stuffed
Yeah.
at the line.
Well defended. Well defended right there by the Broncos.
And the Broncos are going to take over 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line now.
Bronco ball, 1st and
I still think that, if we can shut them down on this possession here, I think that might be the backbreaker. I would have tried to go for the 3 points on that one, especially with your starting quarterback on the sideline.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
We definitely need, even though we're up pretty decent right now. It's still, you just know without Job out there that
Right.
we're definitely going to have to step it up and make the play. So, all right. Well, Broncos out in shotgun. Looks like back to the right to Cunningham, 2 wide.